Uneasy, gross, and confused. That's how a former member of the Nevada legislature says she felt when former Vice President Joe Biden kissed her.
Where I feel Joe Biden put his hands on my shoulders, get up very close to me from behind, lean in, smell my hair, and then plant a slow kiss on the top of my head.
It was meant to be a formal event, the swearing-in of U.S. Defense Minister Ashton Carter. But the limelight was diverted away from Carter as U.S. Vice President Joe Biden couldn't keep his hands off Carter's wife, Stephanie. Stephanie Carter seemed frozen as Biden's grip seemed to last too long. Meanwhile, the newly sworn-in Defense Secretary continued with his remarks.
I'm grateful to the President and the Vice President for your trust and confidence, and to the U.S. Senate as well.
Things went from uncomfortable to plain awkward as Biden bent down slightly, apparently to whisper in Carter's ear. The so-called awkward moment attracted media interest immediately, but Biden is no stranger to this particular situation. In 2012, he was photographed in the same position with a voter in Ohio while campaigning, and later that year with former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. But Biden's affections transcend the U.S. as he gave the same warm treatment to Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff and former President of Ireland, Mary McAleese.
All right, well, nice to see you guys. Thank you. See you back home, I hope.
What she calls her own sex addiction, and how she says she got this sex addiction. And this is the paragraph in which she mentions Joe Biden. I'm trying to get to the actual exact quote. I don't know if you have it in front of you. Okay, I've got it. I'm going to read this. It was from an entry January 30th, 2019, where she says, "I've always been boy crazy." She writes about some things she did when she was younger, which you don't, whatever. You can read all this on the internet. It's just, this is only my choice about what to report. She says, "I was hypersexualized at a young age. What is this due to? Was I molested? I think so. I can't remember the specifics, but I do remember trauma. I remember not liking the blank house at some family's house. I remember somewhat being sexualized with a female cousin. I remember having sex with friends at a young age. Showers with my dad, probably not appropriate. Being turned on when I wasn't supposed to be." And she goes from there. The showers with her dad, which she describes as probably not appropriate, is newsworthy. And it's especially newsworthy because it fits into a greater pattern of bizarre behavior by Joe Biden with young women that the media has also been reluctant to cover.
Oh no, he's done it again.
Now, the very important thing I've told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys till you're 30.
Okay.
Right?
No what?
No serious guys till you're 30.
I'll keep that in mind. At least.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all, is it? Getting into a young girl's personal space and telling her not to have any boyfriends until she's 30. And look at how the alarmed Secret Service dude tries to stop this being taped once he sees that Joe has reverted back to this peculiar behaviour. Because this is nothing new. Indeed, creepy Joe being handsy, inappropriate and invading people's personal space was something the US media used to note. Even the far-left CNN used to report on his weird antics.
There are hugs where you just throw up your arms and go for it. And then there are hugs that keep going and going and going. Joe Biden wouldn't let Hillary go as they met on the tarmac at Scranton Airport. About 4 seconds into the hug, they semi-disengage. Nothing to see here, right? Wrong, because the vice president wouldn't unhand Hillary for almost 16 seconds. This latest awkward hug would not have been microanalyzed if it hadn't been for all the other overly handy Biden moments. Critics collect them. Times when he gently rearranges a young girl's hair and whispers in her ear, then rearranges some more. There's nothing pervy here. The VP knows he's on camera at these swearing-in ceremonies, and the parents are right there as he leans in for a kiss.
Acting very strange in his interactions with kids. Arguably the strangest of Joe Biden's creepy behaviour is his hair sniffing and close proximity to children's faces. Here's just a few of those moments.
Yeah. You're good. Let me whisper a secret. Don't tell Mommy what I told you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. He sniffs too many children, that man.
Times when he gently rearranges a young girl's hair and whispers in her ear, then rearranges some more. There's nothing pervy here. The VP knows he's on camera at these swearing-in ceremonies, and the parents are right there as he leans in for a kiss.
Joe! Stop eating the children! This may be some of the creepiest creepy Joe behavior I've ever seen, and I watch this stuff for a living. Here the president was giving a talk about conservation actions taken by his administration when he spotted, you know where this is going? A small child with lots of very sniffable hair. Let's have a look. Oh, there he goes. He sees the kid. Yeah, picks her up. Yep. Oh, doesn't look happy. She does not look tremendously happy about this. What is going on here? She's saying, Daddy, can somebody please save me? No! Joe! No! Mr. President, you can't do this. Don't sniff the hair. Don't take the kid with you. This is... Where are we going with this, Mr. President?
Kevin, go down. What's your phone?
Our old mate Swampy Joe, otherwise known as Creepy Joe Biden, had to apologise when he was trying to become the Democratic nominee for kissing too many people on the hair, sniffing their hair, being a bit too awkward all the time. You would have seen this over and over and over again. Very uncomfortable. Thanks very much, Mr. Stay away from me. This was a joke way back when, but then of course he wasn't Donald Trump, so we have to pretend that none of this happened. Well, now it doesn't really matter because he can do whatever he wants, including ruin the American economy, and then guess what happens? They'll still keep cheering him on. Well, guess who's just reverted to being Creepy President Joe?
Yes, Creepy Joe is back. President Joe Biden went off script this week, and it went all wrong when he made these bizarro comments about a little girl while giving a speech at a military base in Virginia. Now keep in mind, the little girl he's talking about is primary school aged.
I love those barrettes in her hair, man. I tell you what, and look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Ew, what? The little girl is like 8 or 9. Let's not comment on how she crosses her legs and pretend that she looks like she's 19. You can imagine the media meltdown if Trump said anything like that.
I just wanted you to meet the life of my love, the love of my life, Finnegan Biden here. Okay?